Hey guys, Abithegreat1 here, and today we're going to be updating our tier list that we made in our last video. So we're going to be doing the things we missed last time, including the games we missed last time, like Sonic 3D Blast, for example. But first things, and so I will rename this E tier to the F tier, and I know the tier list is different. I'm using an updated one, so yeah. Alright, this will also include collections, unfortunately. Alright, so first off in the games we missed is Knuckles Chaotix. Now, to be honest, I do like this game. I really like it. The tethering mechanic's really good. I feel like it deserves an A tier. Next up is Sonic 3D Blast. And, no, that's not that. I'm sorry, not this one. Let's see if we can find it. Sonic 3D Blast, Saturn and Genesis. Both the Saturn and Genesis ports are very similar besides, oh my god, I don't care. Besides some, music and level and look differences, but besides that, nothing really new. But both I really like. I really feel like they would have been S tier if it wasn't for the third level. I even made a meme about it in the community section of the channel. So they're both A tier. Alright, so next up is Tales in the Music Maker. What? Okay, the box art for one. I've never played it, and also that box art uses an image of Tails that looks like it was from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. D tier. No, not D. F tier. We are going a little out of order, and I did because some things I missed. Sonic the Fighters, S tier. I like fighting games. I think I already did this one, though. Sorry if I'm doing it again. Alright. Next up is the Mario and Sonic series. So let me just to be honest, I've only played a bit of the DS version on an emulator, and that's it. But from what I played, I actually really like the game. It's a lot of fun, and it's like the best crossover between the two rivals I've ever seen. I think I'm gonna rank them though in different things. Actually no, I think I'm gonna have to put them in B tier, mostly because I've only played one of them. So I'm gonna put them all in B tier. They would have been higher if it weren't for the fact that I have not played much of them. Alright, next up on the list is Sonic and Knuckles, I believe. Sonic and Knuckles wasn't on the list for whatever reason, but I think it's an S tier game. And for all the reasons I said in the last video. Next up is Sonic Runners, not Sonic Runners. Next up is is Sonic Adventure DX and Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. If I can find SA2 Battle. Also, this list isn't going to go in order specifically, and this is just going in a random order. Oh, and Sega Sonic Popcorn Shop, D tier. Got referenced in Mania, but that's it. So to be honest, like with SADX and and SA2B, I do like them. They're a lot of fun. Heck, the GameCube version of the game can be easily speedrun. I was able to freaking beat stage 6 but after beating stage 1, which is what I recommend. Don't play stage 1 for after. I think SADX is S tier, just like the original though. I don't know why people hate on it because of the graphics. I don't mind them. Alright. Oh, I missed the Mario and Sonic game. Into the D tier you go. Now there's Sonic N. F tier. Like, what? Alright, next up is Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis. No, not that one. The bullshit GBA one. The thing runs two times slower as it's processing 2 times the amount of graphics. What do you expect, Sega? Not D tier even, F tier. Sonic Unleashed mobile port for that one mobile port of Sonic Unleashed is also a D tier. It's just a D tier. I prefer 3D. Alright, let's take a break from those and do the mobile port and the mobile versions of Sonic 1, 2, and CD. They suck. They f***ing suck. That's just me. Who's gonna pay $1 just to get rid of ads? And not to mention, they got rid of like 3 lives. They removed the charm of the original games. Oh, and if Sonic 4 Episode 2 is now on the list, I might be able to add that as well. Up here's SA2 Battle. Okay, for SA2 Battle, the game's like a lot of fun. It just keeps the charm of the original Sonic Adventure 2 whilst adding a few things more, like Green Hill Zone. A tier. Now Sonic Runners sucks. But at least Sonic Runners Adventure is bullshit. And because I've never played the original Sonic Runners, I'm just gonna have to put it in C tier. It can't be an F tier. While yes, Sonic Runners Adventure has some like story, it's just crappy. Alright, next up is the Sonic 1 and 2's Master System ports. And other Game Gear games as well. 8-bit games. Alright, so for Sonic 1's Master System / Game Gear port, I really don't mind it. It's a lot of fun to play, and it has some really good level design, to be honest. Minus a few pits and stuff. I'd have to say it's a B tier at best. Sonic 2 is an F, and Sonic 2 is D tier for 8-bit. 16-bit, it like improved upon it in every way. And also, here's a bit of a fun fact here. Sonic 2 came out before Sonic 2. Oh, and also Sonic 4 Episode 2 is D tier. It's better than Episode 1 because it fixed a few glitches, but it still sucks. I'm sure Sonic Superstars is gonna kick its ass. Anyways, yeah. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine is next. Also, where was Sonic 2? Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, it's a lot of fun. And then Mania actually added that back. Being really good. It's just Not much fun though. It's just, one thing. Puyo Puyo. It's not even original. That's just it. That's the problem. Um so yeah. So yeah, Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine's gonna have to go in the C tier. Uh for now. No, Sonic Spinball 8-bit. Pretty bad. This is mid. We already did the Sonic Dash game, so we don't need to. Sonic Eraser, I don't give a crap about. So F tier. Now Sega Superstars, it's really nothing, so let's just keep it out. Sonic Classic Collection, mid. It's B tier, to be honest. Only reason is because it's just Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic 3 Knuckles, Sonic and Knuckles, Knuckles and Sonic 1, and Knuckles and Sonic 2. That's all. The sounds are all messed up. And with Sonic Jam, it's even worse. However, I do give a bit of credit for Sonic Jam because, well, yeah, Sonic Jam was an older one. Alright, so next up on the list, on the thing that we haven't covered, Sonic Game World F tier. Like, who wants to play random games just at all? Waku Waku Sonic Patrol Car. I'm giving it points for the music. It's catchy. It's like I loved it. This was like the earliest. This was like the earliest iteration of a Green Hill Zone remix. They had a boss fight remix from Sonic 1. So yeah. Alright. Sonic Generations 3DS. I have to say, that game is actually A tier. Currently playing through it now myself. I think it's a lot of fun to play. However, the special stages are a nightmare. So it'll have to stay in A for now. Sonic Lost World 3DS. We do not talk about this. Alright, Sonic Unleashed Wii. Pretty good. It's the version of Unleashed I play on Dolphin Emulator. Also my only version of Unleashed. I used to play it with PS Now, but then they got rid of it on PS4. Alright, so Unleashed Wii is A tier. It's basically this. Actually, no, it's S tier, basically like the other game. Alright, Lego Dimensions. I've seen gameplay of it. I like it. Pretty good. B tier. Sonic Shuffle. It's like they took Mario Party and fricked it up. No one wants to play it. Also, I don't know why Sonic Generations Xbox 360 is here because I don't know. Alright, next up is Sonic X. Pretty good, except it's just you're watching the show. I know SpongeBob SquarePants did a very similar thing, but it's besides the point. Alright, next up, Sonic Compilation D tier. It's just a compilation of Genesis games. Like, literally, who's going to play the Genesis, and Genesis games on a Genesis or Mega Drive, which is what the Genesis was called in other places. When clearly they could just buy the game themselves. I'm not talking to you, Mom. Alright. Alright. Alright, next up is Sonic. Sega Sonic. Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. It would have been better if it had, like, English. If it had something, like, you could translate. You could, like, translate. If there was, like, an English version, American version, but alas, it sucks, so. Okay. Next one we'll do is Sonic Triple Trouble. I do like the original. Fun fact, a few months back, I actually played through all of Sonic Triple Trouble in a day, minus getting the emeralds, because I don't understand how to get them. And while we're at it, we'll also put Sonic Chaos as well. They're actually A tier, I have to say. A tier or B tier, but... Alright, next up on the list is... Sonic Chaos. It's pretty good. I'm playing... Sonic Chaos is a pretty mid game. Not as good as Triple Trouble. It didn't even get a remaster. Just a Mania mod, I think. Didn't even... Like, by remaster, I mean like a fan remaster. It's just mid, to be honest. I mean, no one's gonna... It just feel... It's just like playing Triple Trouble. However, for whatever reason, I can't even play it on my PS. I can't even play it on my plug and play because it just moves at 2 times speed. Let's just put it in B tier. Alright, next up is Sonic Pocket Adventure. Much like Triple Trouble, I actually beat the game without all the emeralds, and I actually kind of liked it. It even has a fan remake called ROM hack called Sonic Pocket Winter, which is really good. It involves the ability to switch characters. Sonic Schoolhouse, A tier. It created the foundation for Baldi's Basics. And while I've never played it, I have played Baldi's Basics, so, which I do like. So yeah. Next up are Tails Sky Patrol and Tails Adventure. Sky Patrol is pretty good, A tier, minus the hitting the ground and dying thing. I've actually gotten a feel for the controls, so I'll have to say it's an A tier game. But Tails Adventure, it's a very hard to navigate, so it has to go down to C tier. Alright. Next up on the list are this is Sonic Jam Gamecom. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. I've seen it before. It's basically messed up. It's just basically fricked up. Just levels. It feels like the early concept for a fan game, and it's not good. F tier. Alright. Next up on the list are, get it? R like in Sonic R, which doesn't seem to be on it. I don't know why. I think I already put it on in the last one, but... Oh, here it is. Sonic R. I may have already put it in, but I'm changing my thing a bit up. I've kind of changed my mind about this game. It's sort of fun. Like, I played it in Gems Collection a bit. Speaking of which, Gems Collection is mid. Gems Collection is like mid besides of a Sonic the Fighter and Sonic R. They're the only good ones. I'll have to put it in C tier. So, next up on the list will have to be Sonic Blast. And I believe, now looking at the list, I believe it'll also be the last. Because, and Sonic Labyrinth might be the last few Sonic games we need to put on, and Sega Club Wacky World Creative Studio, Sonic Drift we've already put in. Oh, Sonic Colors Wii. While not having played the Wii version as much, I have played the Colors Ultimate version, which actually is very similar to the Wii version in terms of gameplay. Minus the lives, and besides the lives being replaced with tail saves and all that. I really do like the Wii version. And this goes for the Wii and Colors Ultimate. But it'll only have to be in the B tier because I suck at the game. And also the level design is bullshit. So, yeah. Alright, so next up are the Sonic Rivals games. Mid. Actually, no, not mid even. They suck. I hate racing games that are side-scrollers unless you, have to race. Like in Not now! Like in side-scrollers. Like in Sonic CD, for example. Sonic Labyrinth is a F tier. Slow. It's slow as frick, and I don't think anyone cares. So, yeah, that's really the thing. Well, that's all the games, I guess. That's all the side games and games that weren't on the last tier list. So, besides Frontiers isn't. Even if Sonic Frontiers was here, it would be an S tier. It's the best. In the future, I actually might do ranking of SpongeBob games. So stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe, and this is Abithegreat1 signing off.